Hi, this is Sveta with Health Well for Us. In this video, I just wanted to share with you guys my journey my journey in how I got rid of acne once and for all. It really was one simple step. It was one simple change that I made in my life that really allowed for my skin to really clear up. And as you can see in the before and after photos, I used to really suffer with acne. Not until I made this one simple change did I stop battling this acne. And acne is something I've had since I was a teenager. Not horrible, not at all. I definitely had friends who suffered with a lot worse. But I was somewhere in the middle. I was not the one pimple girl. I had at any time about 4 or 5 that I was dealing with. Sometimes it would be better, sometimes it would be worse. But I definitely had the teenage acne. And yes, I think that was from hormones. And so as I became a grown-up, I figured, great, pimples are gonna go away. My hormones have stabilized and I won't have to worry about them anymore. But then I had children and I was in college, trying to work. And all throughout that, I was having to deal with acne. And I could not figure out why most grown-ups around me were not struggling with acne. And yes, I'm a more of a sensitive type. I'm sensitive to what I eat. I'm sensitive to, what I partake, smell. So that's something I started to learn about myself as I got older. And in this process, it was basically a trial and error, but not on purpose, of how to make my acne better and how I finally resolved it. So if you want to find out what's that one simple change that I made in my life, then please keep on watching. So, as I already stated, I had acne as a teenager, and then I had to deal with acne as a grown-up. And so I just, used makeup and I would cover things up. And makeup was not helping, right? It was causing for my skin not to breathe, and then it was causing even more breakouts. And so I had this really bad cycle. Also, as I was in college and as a young adult, I was drinking a lot of coffee. And not just black coffee. I would put half and half sugar, any kind of sweetener. Or I would go to Starbucks, right? Or any other place like Dutch Bros. And I would get a mocha, white mocha, caramel macchiato. Also, I really like to drink chai lattes. And those are obviously sweet. And so this is basically, I was drinking coffee throughout the day. I was also, trying to watch what I ate. And sometimes it was better than other days. But I always felt like, okay, well, my diet is okay. Sure, I have sugar here and there, and, I eat carbs and proteins, and there were times when I would limit these things. But I never could, get rid of my acne. I really wasn't understanding what was causing my acne in the first place. And so a few years ago, I finally had a revelation about sugar. And I started learning about sugar. I started learning about salt. I started learning about a lot of things. But when I started learning about sugar, I learned just how poisonous it is, how inflammatory it is, how it causes us to constantly be on an adrenaline ride where we're going up and down. When we get our dose of sugar, we go up, it feels great, then we crash, and then we want more, and then it's just a cycle. And then I would combine that naturally with coffee because I like my coffee sweet. And so I would start my day off with, some coffee with sugar and half and half. So then I was like feeling good. Then I was kind of getting tired. So I was like, all right, I need another cup of coffee with some sugar. And basically, I was drinking either a chai from Starbucks or a homemade coffee. I just needed to make sure it was sweet. Like, I did not like black coffee. And actually, later, I did learn to drink it just with half and half. But that was a little bit later. And so, as I was on my journey with sugar, I also had a sweet tooth. And so, it was really difficult for me, even knowing how poisonous sugar is, to quit. I tried to quit. I would quit for a month, but then I would just rebound and I would just get right back into it because I was still drinking really sweet drinks. I liked my coffees and I liked my chais. And so eventually, I somehow got some sort of strong will to quit sugar, like not to eat any more sugar. And also, I stopped drinking coffees and chais, but although I considered that tea. So anyway, I quit coffee. And so with coffee, there went my sugar intake. And coffee also raises your adrenaline, and so it puts you on like this adrenaline rush. And that is really stressful on our bodies. And so once I just came to this place in my life where I was able to quit sugar, I noticed right away that everything in my body started to improve. And that is my simple change. Although it's not easy, I never said it was an easy change. It was very hard for me. But it's a simple change. I frankly stop eating sugar, at least throughout the day. Will I sometimes, even now, have ice cream or cake at a party? Yeah. And will I have a few pimples the next day? Yeah, I do. And so I always know if I'm going to have this cake, I'm not drinking coffee still. I do drink tea, but without anything. Sometimes with honey, but honey seems to be okay in moderation. But if I do eat sugar, I will break out. And so I have learned that for me, at least, the biggest change in my life, the very simple but hard change in my life, was stopping eating sugar or any like sweet products. So hopefully this will help you on your journey to clearing your acne, and know that just by stopping sugar, you will definitely see a huge change in your skin, because sugar is extremely inflammatory and it really causes acne. It causes sebum. It causes all kinds of stuff, also because of that adrenaline rush. Anyway, I hope this video was helpful. This is Sveta. Please like if you like this video and subscribe. Until next time,